without further ado.
All right, the first award of the year. What are we giving out here, Harrington?
It's going to be Best Breakout Fighter, and that's for the non-Jorge Masvidal category.
What is the non-Jorge Masvidal category? You don't have to say that.
Well, Jorge Masvidal is I didn't want to put anybody Fighter of the Year and Breakout contender. That's
So now you're spoiling the fact that he's going to...
Breakout Star of the Year. That's the award. You don't need to go Breakout Star of the Year, the non-Jorge Masvidal award. Number one, it doesn't make sense. But firstly, the first sentence explains the award. The Breakout Fighter of 2019.
What he was trying to articulate, because he's a fucking mumble mouth, nervous idiot,
I find it embarrassing.
is he was trying, and it was embarrassing. What he was trying to articulate was that it is not counting Jorge Masvidal, which makes no sense. If it's a Breakout Fighter of the Year, it can include Jorge Masvidal as a nominee. Why not?
It's not, but he's been around for about 16 years.
He's not.
He's not breakout. He's been fighting main events in the UFC for a long time. He beat Donald Cerrone a few years ago. Okay, he's been in the UFC making tracks, making waves. Okay, so Harrington, redeem yourself. Start again. Go ahead, baby boy.
All right. Well, first up is Islam Makhachev. He went 2-0 this year, both decisions. But he did get a performance of the night bonus.
All right, next up. So we'll just give us the 4 nominations. This is going to take a long time if we're going to have Islam Makhachev. What do you want me to say about Islam Makhachev? You know, he took a guy down there. He's about to deliver a vicious elbow. Give the 4 nominations and we can have a chat about it. Please, my friend.
All right. Jairzinho Rosenstrike.
Okay.
We have Jared Cannoneer.
Okay.
And Alexander Volkanovski.
Go, Lewis.
I mean, look, if we're not, if we're looking at those fighters who had the biggest breakout, obviously it's going to be Volkanovski. He's now a champion. He was a guy who probably a year ago, not many people, not even that, even before he had that fight, a lot of people, I think, except for diehards, would have trouble picking him out of a lineup. And it was a major performance that sort of came out of nowhere. So yeah, I don't think there's anybody else that could even be put in that category.
I mean, yeah, that is potentially correct, but unfortunately I have to disagree. He's been fighting in the UFC since 2016. 2016. That's 3 years in the UFC. Okay, he only just won the title. So, of course, his star has never been bigger right now. But a year ago, he was fighting Darren Elkins, Jeremy Kennedy, Shane Young, Mizuto Hiroto. All right. Before that, he put a spanking on Yusuke Kasayuyu. Okay. That was a classic. All right. So,
Kasayuyu was my pick for Breakout Performer Fighter of the Year last year. So.
Anyway, let's just keep it on this selection category. Okay. Well, listen. So, I'm just going to say that you're full of shit and your point doesn't apply. Now, here I'm going to dazzle you with brilliance, baby boy.
Go ahead.
A year ago, if I said to you the name Jairzinho Rosenstrike, you would have said, Michael, I don't speak any foreign languages. What is this nonsense you were talking to me? Nobody knew his name, right? Even if you looked at the name written on a piece of paper, you would think it was some weird gobbledygook, okay? But now, your song, it just rolls off. Oh, you mean Jairzinho? Walking down the street, oh, what's up? There's Jairzinho. What, you mean Rosenstrike? Yeah, okay. Nobody knew that a year ago. He's busting lips, okay? He's smashing over him all over the place. He's knocking people out. He's had 3 fights in a year, and it's probably going to be the title fight pretty soon. He's fighting Francis Ngannou. That is the Breakout Fighter of the Year 2019. Argue with me.
I can't. I mean... I'm looking at the points you've made, and I'm gonna tell you right now, with the knockout of Overeem, with the way Overeem's lip looked, that was a big moment. That was also a moment where everyone was like, "Holy shit!" He created an oh shit moment. But I will say, Volkanovski winning the title is a big deal, and I'll tell you right now, he also made his debut on the Believe You Me podcast this year, which should count for something. I mean, Rosenstrike is great. He's made waves. He's maybe a possible contender in the heavyweight division, possible future champion.
Jairzinho Rosenstrike. See the way I say it? That's what Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Okay, he's not Italian, but whatever. In 2018, he fought the Team Yvette Fearless 3 event in Paramaribo, Suriname. Okay, he wasn't on the tip of our tongues back then, but then guess what? February 2019, which I commentated, boom, first round or second round knockout. Then Alan Crowder, first round knockout. Then Andrei Arlovsky, first round knockout. He fought 4 times in the UFC, taking out Andrei Arlovsky, and then takes out Alistair Overeem, 4 knockouts in a year, in his UFC debut year. There you go. That's my nomination. And that's, for my money, my winner.
How are we going to choose who wins? I mean,
You can't argue with the logic that I just laid down.
You can. Okay? Volkanovski's a fucking champion now. He's a champion. A year ago, nobody knew who fucking Volkanovski was. Don't tell me.
He was fighting in the UFC since 2016.
Doesn't matter. UFC has 7 billion fighters on the roster.
You're very liberal casual. You know, you turn it on, you turn it off. You don't really care.
You use the C word. You use the C word on me.
You say a lot to fill airtime talking about the fights. You're trying to break it down. You don't know what you're talking about. I know what's going on. I know why you look back. Harrington slides you pieces of paper with facts on, okay? You said he doesn't even work here anymore. He is your fact checker. He is your Callum to me. When I used to work at Fox Sports, Callum did all my research. He is your Callum. He is your little bitch.
He's my Callum's your little bitch.
Yeah.
I hope he hears this and just one tear rolls down his face as he's driving back to school.
I used to say, Callum, do my pop-ups. Like, we had to talk about certain people at weigh-ins. I'd say, do my pop-ups. They called them pop-ups. You know, we had to find something quirky that they said this week or whatever. I said, Callum, do my pop-ups for me. I'll give you $50. And he would never fucking do it. And I'd be like, 10 minutes before going in at Callum, where are my pop-ups? Oh, sorry, Dad, got distracted. I'm like, dude, in the big world, if you make a deal with somebody and you accept to take money, like, I expect that shit. I'm going on TV now. I'm going to have to freestyle it, which I'm very good at, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, Jorginho.
When you did your impression of Callum, it sounded like he was from Birmingham.
Oh, that's Callum. Oh, sorry, Dad. I didn't have time, mate, you know. All right, anyway, next. Listen, Jorginho, he's the winner. Harrington, do you sign off on that?
No, fuck you. You can't just say
let's go to Harrington and Brian. Do you sign off on that?
We'll have Harrington be the tiebreaker.
Let them speak. Harrington, what say you?
The last time I saw somebody come into the UFC, make their debut, get 4 wins inside of a year was Israel Adesanya, who is now one of the hottest fighters on the planet. That's why I am going with Rosenstrike.
Okay, and guess what? This time next year, I guarantee Rosenstrike's a fucking thing of the past. Watch.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because this year is the BYM fucking breakout fighter of the year. It doesn't matter, okay? It can only go down from here. He has reached the highest, the loftiest of perks, okay? Or perches, pardon me.
Make sure you guys also have Frank do a graphic with him holding an award and tweet it at him. See if these guys will retweet it. It'll be hilarious.
No, I'm gonna hit them all up on Instagram. You're coming on the show on Monday to discuss, you know, your emotions at receiving such a prestigious award.